One of the top tourist attractions at Mount Maunganui is unable to be fully enjoyed. Masked by parked cars, the giant Pohutakawa tree in Petau Road has been spreading itself magnificently for nearly 500 years without even a plaque. A small seedling nudged its new frond up through the sandbar that we call the Mount. One morning, we think between 1566 and 1616. It's been growing and flowering ever since. This was in the same time period that Pocahontas was saving the life of John Smith. Galileo saw the moons of Jupiter through his telescope. The King James Version of the Bible is being published. The first African slaves are being taken to North America. The English Civil War was happening. Rembrandt was painting his Night Watch. The Ming Dynasty was ending in China. King Louis XIV was starting to build Versailles. The Great Plague in London killed 75,000 people. There was a great fire in London, and Peter the Great became Tsar. About 300 years later, Petau Road was laid beside the tree. The variety Metro Sideros excelsa, Mount Maunganui, are all cuttings grown descendants, and it is of great and special significance to Ngāti Rangi iwi. Pohutakawa wood is dense, strong and highly figured. Maori used it in shipbuilding since the natural curvy shapes made strong knees for the ships. The Pepitoot beach train runs most summer days, taking families and cruise ship passengers for rides. Departing from Salisbury Ave, it travels along the mall to Adams Ave, around to Banks Ave, and then right into Petau Street, going past the 450-year-old Pohutakawa tree. Driver Leslie Smith says passengers always comment about two things that they enjoy while on the train. One is the cleanliness of the Mount streets, and the other is the tree. She says it's very popular. She's unable to stop nearby for passengers to take photos, as often cars are parked there. Parks are available further along and on the other side of the road, but that location there provides fast and easy access for the drivers to walk through the shops nearby. Leslie says it would be great if there were markers in place that parking was available for short-term 5-minute parking. Then the train could pull in there too, as well as people visiting the tree. It's a shame because it's such an iconic tree and even the locals don't know about it. Talking to Tauranga City Council Parks and Recreation Manager Mark Smith, he says we're planning to install an interpretation panel displaying the tree's history in the next financial year, 2017 to 2018.
This is Noel Davenhill. No, I've just met you here at the tree. How did you hear about this tree?
I read about it in the Sun Live about 2 weeks ago. Never heard of it before.
Oh, really? You've not heard of it? How long have you lived here?
Nearly 20 years.
Yes.
And this is the first I'd ever heard of this tree. It's amazing.
What do you think?
I think it's absolutely phenomenal. But I'm surprised that the council haven't put a plaque up talking about it.
Yeah. So we could have something out there by the road.
I think so. Yes.
And you found a park there. I see there's a road cone out there.
Pardon?
You found a park on the road quite easily. There's a road
easily,
cone
yes.
there
But it's a fairly quiet road. And I would say that probably most of Tauranga had never heard of it until it was in the paper the week or two back.
And is this your first visit?
It's the first time. Well, I live in Tauranga. It's the first time I've ever been down here. Yes.
Yeah. It's quite huge, isn't it? Quite amazing.
And these are my relatives from England who are going back on next Wednesday, and I thought I'd bring them to see it. They're astounded too. But we were surprised to hear that it's about 450 years old.
That's what records seem to show. That's about that old, and it now has a lot of the Pohutakawa trees around the mount are named for this.
And does it flower well every summer?
It seems to. I've only been watching it the last 3 years, and it has flowered. So I imagine so. It's been propped up over time.
Yes, that's an amazing job. I've noticed that some of the props are even bending from it. Even they have to be. See how that's beginning to bend over?
That's a good observation. We probably should let council know about that one. I see. So it's moving that way. The roots or the trees themselves put down roots and can support themselves, but clearly it was felt that they needed to.
And not only that, what is obvious here is where the branches have hit the ground, they also have taken root, haven't they? You can see places where the branches have come down and they've taken root.
That's the thing
starting a new one.
Pohutakawas. You'll see those external roots there. They what do? They gather more water and moisture.
That's right. Do they? I wonder. Over here, I was looking at whether this might be progeny, but I don't think it is. I think this is another species. It doesn't look like Pohutakawa, but I thought they might be seedlings.
There's that undergrowth
Yes,
over there.
but I don't think they are seedlings.
Oh, let's go and check it out and have a look. So, where else are you taking your visitors to? Where else are you taking your visitors?
Oh, they're going to
Around
walk around the mountain now.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Beautiful day for it.
Yes.
Simon, as Minister of Transport, you're riding the local Pepe Tour
Oh, it's
train.
fantastic. I love it. I've had a great trip. It's been, I've seen a lot of things I wouldn't see when I'm driving around. And one of the big eye-openers was to see a 450 supposedly year-old Pohutakawa tree round the back of off Maunganui Road. And that was a great discovery for me. I hadn't realised it was so old. But the things you learn when you go on a local train trip is going to be operating all summer, and I'm sure lots of people want to have a go on.